What's up, family? I believe one of the things that we struggle with in our day and age is that we often take things too lightly, right? There's a lot of little things that we allow in our lives and around us that can impact our minds and our perspective. And we take a lot of them as a joke or just believe they aren't that big of a deal. And we don't realize how these things we take too lightly can draw us closer or lead us into sin. And if that is the case, there's a seriousness that we are called to have about these little things. In Matthew 18, verse 8 through 9, Jesus tells us the serious approach we are to have towards sin. He tells us if a body part causes us to sin, to cut it off, as it is better to enter into life lame than to be cast into hellfire. And that's a serious mindset. And while I know some people throughout history have taken this verse literally and truly chopped off a body part, I believe Jesus was also using this story to help us to learn the serious approach we should take in ridding anything in our lives that is aiding us in sinning or drawing us closer. Again, the problem is we too often take things too lightly. We shake them off as if they aren't that big of a deal, and we make excuses. You know you struggle with lust, and yet you won't cut out the late movie nights with your girlfriend and make the excuse that y'all are just chilling, and it's not that big of a deal, even though it's drawing you into sexual sin. You know you struggle with drinking, yet you refuse to remove yourself from environments where you are surrounded by it, making the excuse that it's harmless because you are just hanging out with your friends. You know you struggle with jealousy and envy, yet you won't shut down your social media where you compare your life to others because you say it's needed for you to keep up with everybody. Fam, trust me, I know it's all about growth. And even when you cut these things off, it doesn't mean that the temptation or struggles just automatically stop. But just like a plant that wants to grow, the environment matters. And we have to do a better job of setting up our environment for success. So if there are things that need to be cut off, do it. Control what you can control and create your environment. The world has enough temptations of its own. We have to take sin seriously. Eternal life is on the line. The scenarios are different for everybody, and only you know what you need to truly remove from your life. And I believe we can just continue to ask ourselves in these situations, in these moments, is that 2-hour movie more valuable than eternity? Is that party more valuable than eternity? Is that social media app more valuable than eternity? If not, then cut it off. Make the sacrifice where it's needed so God can work in you. That's the mindset we got to have, not only for ourselves, but for each other as well. It has to be that serious because at the end of the day, that's how serious the enemy is taking it. Be on guard, family. Create the environment. I love you guys. Shalom. Peace.